Hello everybody, welcome to Chinese Pod. I'm Joy.
And I'm Joe.
In today's character mind map, we'll talk about a very common word used in the Chinese language, hǎo,
which means good. And we often hear this in the phrase like, long time no see.
Ah, yes, that's where it comes from. 好久不见. It's been such a long time that I haven't seen you. Here, 好 means very, 好久, very long. So I can actually put any adjective afterwards. For example, 好热, so hot. 好久, so long. So we'll often hear this greeting, 好久不见, 你好吗?
I'm very good, but we see each other almost every day, so it doesn't really count for us. But yeah, if you haven't seen an old friend for a very long time, you can use this.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about different usages for the word hào. It can mean more than just good. Let's check out these words now.
Of course, since hào is an adjective that means good, you can pair it up with many other words that express some kinds of degree. So for instance, if I ask you, how are you? 你好吗? Then you can give me many different answers.
Okay, I'll start from the one that's the worst. 我不好.
Not good.
Or 我还好.
I'm so-so.
我很好.
I'm very good.
我非常好.
I'm super good. Joy, we talked about greetings right now, so when you have not seen somebody for a long time. This reminds me of a thing that I always want to express, but it's a little bit difficult because from my culture, I always want to say, like, please say hi to somebody else. Like, I want to tell you, or can you please say hi to somebody? And I know that there's hào inside, but how did that go?
Ah, okay. So this phrase is 问好. 问好, to ask if somebody is good or not. Now, if I want to put it in a sentence and ask you to ask for me, I can say 帮我跟你妈妈问好.
Oh, like, help me say hello to your mother.
Yeah, the grammar is a little bit flipped around. Or you can say 帮我跟她问好. In which case, if I did say hi for you, I would say 就跟你问好. So in Chinese culture, we often say things that are kind of like good luck or I hope you do well, and these are sort of greetings. And we would use the verb 祝. It's like I wish you. For example, I can wish you good luck for your test. That would be 祝你好运.
So here we have the hào again. And this time it's paired up with yùn, which means luck.
Exactly.
So it's good luck.
Good luck tomorrow. 祝你好运. Wish you good luck. And if we were going to say good night after a conversation, I would wish you sweet dreams. That goes 祝你好梦.
So 梦 is dream. So this together is good dreams.
So here, 好 means good, 好运, good luck, 好梦, good dreams.
So we've talked about how we can use some words to modify the degree of hào, to say that something is very good or not so good. And we do have other words that can similarly modify hào in certain ways, but that may be referred to a more abstract way of this. So for instance, we have the word 最好, which is the best, but we can also use this to make some kinds of suggestions for somebody.
So if I want to say, you'd best hurry, or you'd better hurry, in Chinese I can say, 你最好快点. 你最好快点. Come on, hurry up. So here I'm not making a comparison of saying something is the best. It's a bit abstract. Another abstract word that I'll teach you to talk about degrees is 刚好.
刚 is just, right? Just right or something. So 刚好 is just good, just right.
Just right. It's perfect. So I can say 6点的时候他刚好到了.
Oh, so you're speaking about somebody who just on time made it to a certain place. So maybe to catch the train or something.
Yeah, it was 6 and he just made it. He just came. So the next abstract word I have for you has to do with choices. This one is zhǐhǎo.
Okay, 直 means only and then only good. So I think that's referring, you said option. So like the only good option for doing something?
Yeah, so it's kind of an alternative. If I can't do one, I guess I'll just do, and then fill in the blank. So for instance, I can say, 公交车走了 我只好走路.
Ah, so the bus left, so the only other option, the only good option left is walking.
Yeah. Or if I was talking about not having done my laundry, 我没有衣服了，只好穿裙子.
Okay, so you ran out of clothes, so you only can wear a skirt, a dress.
Okay, I'm going to teach you 2 phrases with the exact same characters.
Okay.
2 phrases and 2 meanings. The first one is 好吃. This one's easy.
This is tasty.
Yeah, so for instance, I can say 这个蛋糕很好吃.
So this cake is very tasty.
Yeah. Now, the second one is 好吃. So what if I said 就很好吃?
Well, supposedly you're not talking about me being tasty. So, but what is it? But I think there was a difference in pronunciation, right?
Yeah.
One was 好吃 is tasty, and then the other one 好吃.
Yeah, the second one was 4th tone. 好吃. So here I'm actually using it as an adjective to describe that Joe isn't tasty, but he loves to eat.
What? I think I'm fine.
He works out a lot.
Yeah, I do.
So if I say 就很好吃, that means that Joe loves to eat.
Okay, so this 好 is just like to enjoy doing something.
Exactly, to be fond of.
Okay.
So let me give you another verb which we can use the same 2 variations. That would be 好学.
Which would be, for example, a language that is easy or good to learn.
Yeah. Do you think Chinese is easy to learn?
Yeah, sometimes.
中文很好学. So don't worry, it is easy to learn. Or you can say 中文不好学. It's not easy to learn. Now, how would the second variation be pronounced?
好学.
And I couldn't use that to describe a language, but I could use it to describe a person being fond of something.
Okay.
So again, if I said Joe, 就很好学, then that would mean
I enjoy studying. Oh, this is why the word for curious is not 好奇, it's 好奇, because 好 is to be fond of, to enjoy something, and then 奇 is the strange. So I enjoy the strange is be curious.
Yeah, so here's a sentence. 就很好奇我昨天去哪儿?
Oh, yeah, I'm very curious about where you've been yesterday.
And I still haven't told him.
In today's character mind map, we talked about the character hǎo, which means good or very, and can sometimes with another pronunciation in the 4th tone, hǎo, mean to enjoy something. So in the beginning, we talked about some greetings that have the word hǎo inside. So for instance, if you want to wish somebody good luck, you can say
祝你好运.
Then we talked about some things where we talked about options and something being the only other option available or like valid kind of.
只好.
And after that, we talked about the difference between those 2 different hǎo. So we had hǎo and hǎo. And here we had, for instance, the word tasty using hǎo.
好吃.
And the word to enjoy eating.
好吃.
So make sure you pay attention to the different pronunciation of hǎo and hǎo.
Okay, I've got one more very beautiful sentence that I'm going to wish you well with.
Okay.
祝你有个美好的一天.
Oh, I wish you a beautifully good day. So of course, that's what we are wishing you today. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below.
I'm Joy.
And I'm Joe.
下次见.
Bye bye.
Chinese pod.